Hello, everyone. This is Wrestling Watcher YouTube channel. It's about watching professional wrestling. So, Liv Morgan has made her choice. Liv Morgan has elected to face off against Stephanie Vaquer at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, she was in the ring with Dominic, and Jade Cargill and Stephanie Vaquer were in there together. And Liv Morgan tells Stephanie that she heard what she said last week, and it almost comes across as sort of babyface-ish, right? Where Stephanie Vaquer last week told her that, she didn't have everything Liv Morgan had. She had to wrestle in Chile, a country with little to no professional wrestling in it. She had to work on the indies for 10 years. She had to bust and grind and work hard to get to the WWE. It took her 10 years to get there, and Liv Morgan's been there for 10 years. Right? Best training staff, best medical, best everything you can have. The biggest company in the world. Liv Morgan didn't have to do it. Stephanie Vaquer did. And Liv Morgan let her know that she heard all that. And she made it look like she was about to choose Jade Cargill. She took a step over, then boom. She blindsides Stephanie Vaquer, knocking her out. Then she gets on top and starts doing the damage. Now they were teasing this, I think back in November. Because if you remember, Liv Morgan came back from the injury, and she helped Dominic at Survivor Series against Cena. Then the next night, there's having her and Stephanie Vaquer doing a backstage segment, talking to each other, running across each other, and one of those things where they sort of plant the seeds for this. That's why I said a while ago I thought it was a given that she was going to choose Vaquer. Now. And another thing, too, is that Stephanie Vaquer has been feuding with the Judgment Day for a while now, especially Raquel Rodriguez. So it's not surprising that this choice happened. This didn't come out of thin air. This has been planned for a while. You can tell that by the booking, by how they've done TV around this story. I do find the story interesting, though, because, and the way they're telling it, yes, Liv Morgan's the heel and Stephanie Vaquer is meant to be the face, but it's almost like Liv Morgan is being pushed into this babyface role where she has to prove herself, prove her ability, prove she belongs in this spot against Vaquer. She's the one who has to prove it. Usually it's sort of like the babyface position to have that role, right? Where, the heel is this established badass character and the babyface has to prove and elevate themselves and prove that they belong here. It's sort of the opposite here. Stephanie Vaquer is the champion, as the babyface is forcing this heel Liv Morgan to prove that she belongs. Now, I predict the Liv Morgan win at Mania. I think she's going to be further elevated. She's going to be pushed into that top tier position with the Charlottes and the Rheas and the Beckys, and you can throw. I guess you can throw AJ Lee in there too. And the Bianca Belairs. I hope to see her back eventually. Liv Morgan's going to be pushed further into that role. I think she's proven she's a huge megastar already within that company. I think that great work in the gym. You can tell she just trains hard, eats clean. You can tell she's put a lot of work in. And she's really good in the ring, too. And it's one of those situations where she's been with the company now 10 years. So rep after rep after rep after rep, constant improvement. It's really one of those situations where, it's the lump of coal getting turned into a diamond with heat and pressure, right? Yeah, you don't necessarily see it coming, but as it happens, you're not surprised by it. So yeah, I think it's a great match for WrestleMania. And look, WrestleMania needs more matches announced, and they need to lower ticket prices because, what's been reported is insanity. But that's a different video for a different time. This is about Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer at Mania. I predict Liv Morgan wins, obviously. We'll see what happens afterwards. And I think Stephanie Vaquer is going to be a big star. But it's Liv Morgan's time. It is her time to have that title. It is her time to shine. What happens afterwards will be interesting. I can see Maxine Dupree stepping up to Liv Morgan after Mania. But we still have some time until then. And, yeah, it's going to be all for this one. But Liv Morgan makes her choice. Thanks, guys.